Marietta College is spending the week celebrating the life and works of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Our Chase Campbell has more on how that celebration began this Saturday.
Marietta College kicked off its week-long recognition of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life and work on Saturday with a celebration at the Alma McDonough Auditorium. Students presented on a trip they took last year to Montgomery, Alabama, during which they visited historic sites from the Civil Rights Movement and the Legacy Musuem, which chronicles the history of slavery and racial injustice in the United States. Students Ariana Brown and Sarah Watson went on the Alabama trip. Both say it was a powerful experience.
Very impacting for me because I didn't know most of the things, and it was very life-changing for me. I even cried at some points because it was so life-changing, and it just felt really informative and good to know about my background and all the information that I didn't know I needed to know.
You can sit there and you can read all the facts that you want, but until you go there and you experience it and you go through the Legacy Musuem and experience all of these, I mean, it's two entirely different experiences.
Brown and Watson explain what celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. means to them.
He's just a life changer, and that's something that inspired me. I want to do the same thing he kind of did, but on a different aspect. I want to change most things because there are some things out here that's still not changed, and I'm really excited to hopefully make a change for certain things, and he's inspiring.
To me, it means recognizing and honoring such a great person in our country's history, and also having it, the whole day celebrated. It just means, again, moving forward, and that we're honoring and, respecting our past and moving forward. It really means a lot to me that we have that day to celebrate.
King himself visited Marietta College in 1967. Tony Mayle, Marietta College's Associate Dean of Students and Director of Diversity and Inclusion, reflects on that visit.
He came to talk about integration, the future of integration, but he also talked about the issue with poverty in the United States. So he spoke to a crowd of around 3,000 here at Marietta College, and some of the quotes he had mentioned here, I quoted these: "Our skin may be different, but affection dwells in black and white the same."
The theme of Marietta College's Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration this year is, quote, "Mission Possible, protecting freedom, justice, and democracy in the spirit of nonviolence," unquote.
How I would translate that is simply remember what Dr. King stood for. Dr. King stood for equality and equity, but doing it in a nonviolent way. And I can't stress enough that Dr. King's ultimate goal was to show that we're all brothers and sisters. We all share and want the same thing, which is equality and equity.
Saturday's celebration included a talk from keynote speaker Linda Blackman Lowry, a civil rights activist who was the youngest participant in the historic Bloody Sunday March from Selma to Montgomery in 1965. Marietta College continues to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day throughout the week, with students participating in acts of service with various community organizations. In Marietta, Chase Campbell, WTAP News.